Picture this. Two people walk into the same coffee shop. One checks their banking app before ordering. The other doesn't even think about it. Same coffee, same price, but completely different lives. Because at some point, money stops being a daily source of stress and starts becoming background noise. Most people think that transformation happens when you become a millionaire. It doesn't. In fact, there's one surprisingly achievable number that changes your entire relationship with money. Your confidence, your career decisions, even the way your brain processes risk. And once you hit it, financial life starts getting easier instead of harder. Today, I want to show you why the first $20,000 is the most important money you'll ever make. Here's the trap nobody talks about. When you're broke, money controls your decisions long before it controls your bank account. You don't choose the best job. You choose the safest one. You don't take opportunities. You avoid risks. You don't think long-term because your brain is busy surviving until Friday. And that's the real problem with living paycheck to paycheck. It shrinks your thinking, not because you're lazy, because constant financial pressure turns every decision into an emergency. You're basically trying to play chess while your smoke alarm is screaming. Ever notice how people with no savings suddenly become financial philosophers at the grocery store? Do I really need branded cereal? Or is this generic cardboard emotionally enough for me? But something changes once you build enough financial breathing room. At around $20,000 saved or invested, life starts operating differently. Not magically, mathematically, psychologically, strategically, and most importantly, momentum finally kicks in. Example 1. Why the first $20,000 is the hardest. The first $20,000 feels painfully slow because in the beginning, you are doing 100% of the work. You save, you budget, you skip stuff, you invest, your money contributes almost nothing. But then something sneaky happens. Your money starts helping you make more money. Let's say you invest consistently every month. At first, growth feels microscopic. Then one day, your investments make money while you're asleep. Then while you're working. Then while you're binge-watching documentaries pretending it's productive. That's the moment the game changes. The second $20,000 comes faster than the first. Then the third comes even faster. Because compound growth is no longer theoretical. It becomes visible. The first $100 feels impossible. Later, your investments move $100 in a day, and you barely notice. That's when finance becomes weirdly unfair, in your favor. Example 2. Walk-away money. This might be the most underrated benefit of having savings. Confidence. Not fake motivational speaker confidence, real confidence. The kind that changes how you act at work. When you have no savings, your employer has leverage. You tolerate nonsense, bad management, terrible schedules, underpayment, because you need the next paycheck. But when you have $20,000 saved, you gain something powerful. Options. You can leave, negotiate, take risks, say no. And people feel that energy immediately. You stop sounding desperate, and ironically, that often leads to better opportunities, raises, and promotions. So how do you actually reach this milestone? Not with crypto gambling, not with secret millionaire hacks, not with waking up at 4 a.m. to journal near a candle. You build it the boring way. Increase income aggressively. Automate investing. Cut the expenses that actually matter. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Stay consistent long enough for momentum to appear. And here's the key. Stop obsessing over tiny purchases. Most people waste energy optimizing $4 coffees while ignoring $700 car payments. That's like trying to empty a swimming pool with a spoon while someone else is pouring water back in with a fire hose. Big financial wins come from housing, transportation, income, investing consistency. Not skipping guacamole twice a month. Also, don't destroy your progress the second you hit $20,000. A lot of people finally save money, then immediately buy a luxury car to reward themselves. That's like climbing halfway up a mountain and celebrating by jumping off. Use the $20,000 as a foundation, not a finish line. Because once money starts working for you, every future dollar becomes easier to build. So here's the truth. $20,000 probably won't make you rich, but it will change how you think, how you react to problems, how you approach work, how you handle risk, and how fast wealth compounds afterward. It's the point where money stops feeling like constant pressure and starts becoming a tool. If this video changed the way you think about money, hit subscribe and send it to someone who thinks they need a Lamborghini before they can feel financially secure. And I'm curious, what was the first amount of money that made you feel financially safe?